Hi everyone, it's Bee here at Little Miss Bee Crafts. I hope you're well today, and I've just come on to show you a little fun card that I've made, and this is using the Uchi Motion Crafts animation sets. Now they've been out for probably about a year, 2 years, these stamp sets, and they've been on Create and Craft and things like that, and I've not really taken much notice of them. But they were on sale at Every Craft's a Pound for £1.50, and they had the stamp sets and they had the dies. I'll show you the dies in a bit, but this is the card anyway that I've made at the moment, and I'm going to make another one with you. And this was for my nephew's little girl, and she was 7, so I thought I'd make something a little bit fun. And I don't know if you can see, probably can. It's a little superhero girl, and she's saying super birthday wishes. It's on a 6x6 card, and if you see, you just move this little slider along and you get the wow. Okay, so you've got that kind of thing on there. Okay, so I just thought they were quite fun, and then I thought, well, for £1.50, and I'll show you the dies and the things that you get in a bit, I just thought, even if I don't use it for making these motion cards, having dies like this in your stamp set and little characters like this are worth £1.50. Okay, so so that was the one that I've made, and we're going to make one together. So I'm just going to show you the die set that I've used for this one. Now there are several die sets that are on Every Craft a Pound, and I think I've got about 3 different die sets and 3 different stamp sets, and I think they're the earlier ones that Motion Crafts have brought out. And then I looked, and they had them on Create and Craft as well, and they were £2.99 on Create and Craft, so I've also bought some off Create and Craft as well. The superhero little girl one was from Create and Craft, but the die set that made this card is this one, which was from Every Craft's a Pound at £1.50. So what you get, so you know, just for these dies alone, I think it's worth £1.50. So you get this frame die, and you get these hearts, you get these circles, and you get these stars, and you also get, where have I put it? There is this little slider that makes this little slide bit here, so I have got it somewhere, I've just put it down. So you get that as well. So you get the dies to make everything in the kit. You also get this little stamp. Okay, you also get that little stamp as well, and you get the I think you get one of the animation grid, so you get one of these grids that makes everything kind of work. Okay, so can you see that I just thought, well, even for £1.50, if I don't make these cards, these are good enough to buy for £1.50. You know, you've got 2 circle dies there, you've got 3 star dies, 2 hearts, a lovely frame, and the slider bit, like I say. So yeah, so even if, you know, I think they were worth it. And I got some other things as well. I didn't just get these, I got these, and then I got some papers and things like that. I got this paper, this is from, sorry, let me just go and get it. Okay, so this was the other paper. This is what else I got other things, but the paper that I've used for that card that is there, and this is the Make-A-Wish, and it's a 12x12 paper pack, and it's Dovecraft again, so it's a really good make. And for the other card today, I'm using this one in the bottom here. So it's beautiful. It's not card, it's paper. It's actually it hasn't actually got what the GSM is, but I would say maybe about 150 GSM it is. So it's not thick card, but it's nice for making cards, and for 12x12 it's really good value at £1. This was one of the other dies I got as well, and as you can see, they used to be £3 each. You know, they've probably sold these at the they go to a lot of the fairs, Every Craft a Pound, but now they're £1.50, and this makes a little slider, and I'll do another video on this one. And I also got this paper pack, which is called Sweet Moments, another Dovecraft, again 150 GSM, 36 sheets, and then this one, this has got 72 sheets in it, and this was £1 as well. So, you know, have a look at every Crafts a Pound, because we've got some really nice things on at the moment, some good bargains, I think. So that was that one. So so I'm going to make another one, and this is for my nephew's little boy, who is 1. Okay, so I have used this die set. Sorry, not die set, this is the stamp set, and I think this one was from, I'm not sure, but it hasn't got a sticker on there, so I'm presuming that this one was from Create and Craft, but I'm not sure. And as you can see on the front, it actually has, and I'll take it out. So you get the stamp set with this one. This is one of the earlier ones, I think, so this might have been from Every Crafts a Pound, I'm not sure. But you know, if you look, you'll be able to see. And it has the stamp set, it has the grid that you need, and then it has this, so they stamped them out already. They're really good, Motion Crafts. I think they're a really good company, because they seem to give you everything that you need to make whatever. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stamps in this, which is really good value for £1.50, I think it was, or you know, £2.69 from Create and Craft, whichever it was. But even so, I think that's really good value. So yeah, and then as you can see, if you put that over, the little bear pops up, the present moves, the little pussycat or whatever he is with his tiger, with his balloon, the party hat, and then it says happy birthday, the balloons, you know, you've got these, you've got little hearts, you've got the spinner, so you get a lot. So you could make lots of different cards with these. So yeah, so that's what I'm using today, and I'm using the little bear who pops up out of his basket. Okay, so, and I've already prepared the card. There's the other bit that I was talking about. It's a little slider bit that you get. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut a piece of paper. Now if you're not sure, because there's not really instructions in here, but if you go on YouTube or put Motion Crafts in, I think she's called Luciana, who owns the company. She's done lots of videos on how to use her dies and how to put the cards together. I did follow the video for this one, and she actually tells you to do a 12 by 5 3/4, and you fold it in half and everything. For this one, I'm just using a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then I've got my card blank, which is 6 by 6. Okay, so it just fits on there. In fact, it might be a smaller, that might be 5 3/4 then, because it's not much bigger. And then with the circle dies, I have cut a frame, and I thought that this colour card went quite nice with the nice colours, that green there. It's because it's for a little boy, I just thought, well, the green's okay. I didn't really want to pick out the peachy pink or that one, so I thought that was quite a nice muted colour. I love these colours, they're really so nice. Yeah, so I just put the two dies together like that and ran it through my die cut machine and cut out this frame. Okay, so you need that. I have stamped Little Bear on a card, and I cut the card in the biggest circle. Okay, so you've got the biggest circle there, so that'll fit nicely into the frame. And I've just stamped it, and all you need to do is make sure that you stamp it straight. Okay, don't stamp it so the lines are kind of wobbly or anything. You need to really stamp it so that the lines are straight, because if you stamp it like that, you know, if it's not going to work, it doesn't work. So you need to make sure that it's stamped straight, so that the lines on the grid and the lines on there, so that it works, so that Little Bear will pop up and down. Okay, so I've got my 5 3/4 by 5 1/4. You can make your card any size that you wanted to. You don't have to make it this size. I've cut out the biggest heart, and I have put a number 1 on because he was 1, and then these were from another die set that I got off Create and Craft, and it is let me see, I got it, I thought I'd put it over here. Yep, it's the pull slider set, and this was £2.99 again from Create and Craft, and I will be doing a video on this one as well. And as you can see, you get these little pull tab things in this one, so I've used them to do my slider on this one, because on this one I just cut 2 pieces of paper and kind of darted them, but I thought with that one you can actually see what to do. I'm sure you can see what to do on that one, but so okay, so I'm stopped waffling on now. I feel like I'm waffling on. So I've cut this. So how to make sure that on these you don't want the circle to be really kind of centre, as in centre there, because you want to put your little pull thing here, so you want maybe just to move it up a little bit towards the top of the card. And to make this in a circle, sorry, you're going to need your smaller circle, so I'd just move it up a little bit so that the heart isn't kind of touching the circle, and you know, you've got enough room to be able to pull that slider as well. Okay, so to get this kind of central, okay, if you can see, I've kind of marked 2 marks on my, I don't know if you can see them, you see like a black mark there and a black mark there, and I've done that with a Sharpie pen, and all I did was so that's the centre. I know that they're the centre of my circle, and how I did that was I cut just out a copy of paper, I just cut a circle, the shape, and then I folded it in half so that I've got a centre, so you can see the centre lines. Okay, and then all I did was just put it back in the middle and lined those lines up and put my and used my, okay, so I've lined the lines up just to make sure, and then I've put my Sharpie pen, sorry, I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Okay, so that helps. So as you can see, I've then marked the centre of this so that I know, at least if I know that I'm in the centre, then I'm just going to move it up very, very slightly. Okay, so that I know that that's in the centre of that bit. I measured across with my, sorry, went off on a tangent there, didn't I? So all I did to find the centre of this square was to mark a pencil from that corner to that corner, then from that corner to that corner, and then found the centre point through there, did one in the middle, and then did one in through the middle there. Okay, so that's what I did for that one, and then you can then line the centre of your circle up, and like I said, I'm just going to move it up ever so slightly so that there's enough room for when I cut this bit as well at the bottom. So I'm going to put, and again with this I measured this across, and then I've put a little indicator in the middle there as well with my Sharpie pen, so I know. So I'm going to cut the both of them on my die cut machine now. I know that that's in the centre, so I've got enough room. I'm just going to use some washi tape, stick those down, and I shall be back very soon with them cut. Okay, so I've cut the hole for where the aperture's going to go, and I've cut the little slider bit as well there. So you can see that it's just a little bit slightly, you know, if we didn't have that slider bit, that would be a bit further up on your card front. The actual grid, I've just cut the slightest, you can see I've just cut the slightest of strips off the top of it, because it was just a little bit, so that just fits nicely there. It was kind of, you know, right to the edge, and I didn't want it to show through at all, so I just cut a slight bit off. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that on there. I've put sided tape, the thick one, I can't think of the word for it, double-sided tape, but it's the 3D kind of, you know what I mean. It's not the flat one anyway, I can't think of the word for it, I'm so sorry. And you just want to make sure that this will slide, so you know, you don't want it too thick, this the 3D 3D double-sided tape, I'm calling it. I'm sure there's a different name for it, but I can't think of it at the minute. So you don't want it too thick that it's going, this needs to move from side to side. Okay, so you want that to kind of go in the middle. So we're going to put our, like I say, I've already kind of stamped, and we want to make sure that this is straight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just make sure that that is straight and that it works. So yep, that little teddy bear, I'm hoping you can see this, is coming up out of his little basket. It's got a love heart. So that was the teddy bear stamp, and then I've stamped another love heart in the corner there. And what you want to do really is just make sure that that circle is in this aperture. Now the circle that I've put, that I've stamped on, is a little bit bigger because it was the bigger circle, so it is going to fit. And just make sure that it's in the middle. Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to lift that, and then try not to move it too much, and just apply some glue to the back of this. Again with that collal. You could use tape, I suppose, if you wanted to. I'm just going to try and do it on the card as well. I mean, you know, as long as you've got a bit of glue on there, it's not really going to matter if you've not got, you know, loads of glue. But as long as it's kind of stuck down. Okay, so there we go. And just make sure, just before it gets totally stuck down, that you're right. Yep, that looks about right. So it's right in the middle. Okay, and then we can stick that down now. Okay, and then all we're going to do is just put that over the top. Make sure that the lines are straight and that it's working. This doesn't get stuck down because obviously it's in, that's going to stick the card down, so it's not going to fall out. Okay, and then as you can see, what you want to do is get some more double-sided foam tape. I've remembered the word. Double-sided foam tape, and just take the backing off. And what you're going to do is, while that's like that and everything is straight, you're just going to make sure that you're just going to put, so that it's not, you know, there's no it does kind of slide backwards and forwards. Okay, so there you go. That's working. They're just so cute. I love these, and I think they're brilliant for children's cards, or, you know, just a fun card really. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just lift that off. Just make sure that that's straight still. Okay, take the thing off your double-sided foam tape. Why could I not remember that word? That is so weird. What I'm going to do is going to probably just do one corner, one side at a time, and just make sure that that is, before it gets stuck down, that is nice and straight. Just make sure that's straight still. Do your other side, and just make sure that before we do, just make sure that isn't just make sure that that's going to go through there as well. Okay, if we actually stick this bit down as well. I knew that this would happen. Always does. Cut my nails today, so obviously I can't get all of anything, especially little fiddly bits. I might have to get some kind of pokey tool. Sorry about this, everybody. There we go. So, and then that will get stuck down there. So that's kind of holding that in now. Okay, so that won't go anywhere. This is stopping it from dropping out as well. If it needs to get kind of because it can, you know, it's, there we go. And then all we're going to do is just take the top off this one, she says. Yep. And then what I'm going to do is put a little bit of the glue on there as well, just to make sure. Okay, just lifting it up a little bit so it's not stuck. And then just going to put my little number 1 on there. So it's nice and straight. And there we go. And that is our card done. And then you can just put a happy birthday in the middle of it. And there we go. And I just think that that is just so cute, you know. It just slides from side to side. Can you see? I just think they're so cute, they're lovely. Okay, try not to, you know, that's better, isn't it? So you're just sliding it from side to side, and it will have, you can, you know, I might put some, I did have some little hearts that went quite nicely actually. They were the Nature's Grace one, but I thought they looked quite nice, so I might put a heart or 2 on there. These. I'll put that one there. You see that one? And another one there. Okay, and I might even try and find a happy birthday to go on the front, but that is your card, and then obviously, so there you go. So I hope that, you know, if you want to and you think that, you know, you would use them. I just think for the actual price of the dies, I think they're brilliant. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I think they're just so cute, I really do. You know, little bear going up and down out of his in his little basket, you know. I'll try and do it. It's a bit slower. There you go. Okay, so thank you for joining me again today, and like I said, I've got some of the other ones, so I will come on and show you some of the other dies and that I got. This was the other one that I did as well, so that's the little girl with the... Okay, so thank you for joining me today, and if you like these videos, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button as well, and yeah, so I'll be back soon. Thank you, bye.